So you're from Texas, huh? Welcome to Cleveland. Don't mess with Texas, huh? Yeah. Should be don't mess with Cleveland. Texas should know that better than anybody. That's right. We're talking about the 10-cent beer night riot in 1974. In 1974, at Cleveland's old Municipal Stadium, the Cleveland Indians and the Texas Rangers went to battle, and beers were only a dime. And a lot of people want to make this out to be the dumbest decision in sports concessions history, but it really wasn't the beer price that was the problem. The real problem is that Texas with Cleveland. First of all, other teams in Major League Baseball had 10-cent beer nights that same year, including the Texas Rangers. And on top of that, Cleveland had a nickel beer night just 3 years earlier in 1971. No problems at any of them. The real issue started just a week earlier. The Indians played the Rangers in Texas. And in the 8th inning, there was a bench-clearing brawl, which ended in the Indians players getting pelted with food and beer by the Texas fans. After the game, Rangers manager and well-known dickhead Billy Martin, the same guy who said that he would put Hitler and Mussolini on his team if they would help him win, was asked if he feared retaliation from the Cleveland faithful. And his answer was nah. I don't think there's going to be enough fans there to worry about. Now, Old Municipal Stadium was ginormous. It held over 74,000 people. That's over double what Progressive Field holds. And at the time, we were averaging about 15% of capacity, so he kind of had a point. A lot of people don't realize how bad the Indians were back then. The Cleveland Indians did not make the MLB playoffs one single time from 1954 to 1995. That means that they were in a 20-year drought at that point, and there was still another 21 years to go. We really are spoiled now, no matter how goddamn cheap the Dolans are. Cleveland in the 1970s was a wild place, filled with some savage motherfuckers. So the Cleveland Indians put out word that Billy Martin was talking shit, and that beer would only be a dime. And 25,000 people showed up to that game. A number not so impressive now, but compared to what they were getting, it was crazy. And they showed up drunk and mad. Yeah, they kept drinking at the game, but it was 3.2 beer. 3.2 beer is about 25% weaker than a Bud Light. These people weren't going to get drunk enough to riot off of 3.2 beer. This city is a lot of things, but a city of lightweights is not one of those things. Now, the crowd was rowdy from the jump. From the very beginning, people were rowdy, but it was pretty lighthearted to start with. It was pretty much just nudity for the first couple innings. A lot of nudity. Things escalated later on in the game when a fan ran on the field and tried to take a Rangers player's hat as a souvenir. Billy Martin saw this, told his players to go get back and charge the field to go get their boy. And Indians fans responded to that by tearing apart the seats that they were sitting in to grab as weapons pieces of their seats as weapons to fight the Texas Rangers. Savage motherfucker. Hell, the Indians players ran onto the field as a professional courtesy to fistfight their own fans to protect the Rangers as they ran back to their dugout. Now, was it our proudest moment? No, but nobody got seriously hurt. 7 people had to go get checked out at the hospital for minor injuries. That's it, less than a dozen arrests. No harm, no foul. After the game, Indians GM Phil Sagi blamed the umpire for not keeping better control of the crowd. He saw what the Indians fans did, and he was not about to risk blaming them. And he was right not to blame it on the 10-cent beers. 3.2 beers at 10 cents a pop are not going to do that to people. People aren't going to riot over that. Beers were only 65 cents in the first place. And yeah, inflation figured in. $1 back then is worth $5 now, so that's like $3.25 a beer. Hold up. Why is beer not $3.25 now? We should riot about that. And the best part about all of it is you would think that after that riot that they would say, okay, no more 10-cent beer night. This is why we can't have nice things. You can't have beer for a dime anymore, Cleveland. But what really happened is Cleveland had a 10-cent beer night 6 weeks later. That's real. Look it up. God, I love this city. Go Browns.